Hello everyone and welcome to this quick Wix tutorial where we'll be showing you how to add a slideshow on your website. So currently we're on our Wix, we're already logged in, and we're assuming that if you want to add a slideshow, you already have a Wix account and you just want to add another feature. So we're going to go ahead and click on create a new site just for this purpose. As usual, you will be having the option to create your website with the AI, but we'll be clicking on setup without chat. Then right here, you're going to type in the type of website you want to create. So we're going to put in photography. So here you can see photographer, and I think we can use photographer because we want to showcase the work of a photographer. So we're going to have that in mind. Then click on continue. So here our dashboard is being prepared, loading the dashboard. And so we have this pop-up where it says, what would you like to call your website? So we're going to give it a name. So we've given it the name Cityscaper, and this is inspired from what we want to do. We want to show views of cityscapes. And this is already giving you a hint of what our slideshow will be about. So we have Cityscaper, click on continue. And here you can see some apps options. You can see portfolio, Instagram feed, which is also nice. And here you could also add some other options as you may want to. Let's go ahead and click on continue, then click on continue to dashboard. You can see the notification here, cityscaper.com is available, which you can of course try to claim it and pay for your domain. But we're going to try to add a project to our portfolio, and this is going to help out with what we're going to have. So we're going to click on add project. So here in our portfolio setup, we're going to describe our work. We're choosing landscape and then click on next. And then we're going to upload some images. So we're currently loading up some images. Now that they're loaded up, we're going to click on generate projects. After analyzing the images, it's basically created the project title, the description for each of these. So you can see here, it's taken them into different categories. You can see vibrant cityscapes. You have some here. Project title, riverside reflections, and you can see it right here. And project title, coastal sunset, and you can see just one. Of course, we can add others later, but we're going to click on create portfolio. Great, so now we have our photos. We're going to go to the setup button right here, click on it, and you can see we've added a project to our portfolio. Now it's time to design the site. And this is where we'll be trying to add a slideshow because now we have some content added to our site. Click on design site. And of course, you get the option to generate a design with AI, and you also have the option to customize a template. Now, when we choose this option, we will be picking a template from a range of options. So go ahead and click on pick a template. Absolutely stunning template right here. And you can see pick the template you love. We're loving all of them actually. So we're just going to go ahead and choose one of them. So we have two here, which are best matches based on what we've provided. We're going to go ahead and say edit. And so on this page, this is a pop-up, and in order to enhance your AI content, you're going to write some details about your site, and you could just write anything you want. This is just by the way, which helps to enhance your website. So we have something written there. We're going to click on generate site text. And so that's done, and you can see here the names of the sections which we'll be choosing from in order to add a section. When we click away, you can see our site. So now we have it loaded up, and this is a photography website, and there are lots of photos. So sometimes it might take a few moments just to upload all the photos in high quality. And you can see this is not actually a slideshow. This is a collage of photos, and you can scroll down to view them. So if you want to add a slideshow, you'll need to come over to where you have add section, click on it, click on add a blank section, and now you have a blank section. Then after adding your section, you're going to click on add elements. Click on add elements. And here you have some element options. Now we want to add a slideshow, so we're going to click on gallery. And here you have some recommended options. If you click on Pro Galleries, you can see some options here. And this looks pretty much like what we have on our website, right? Now, this is an accordion style. This is also a slider. Then you can come over to Grid Galleries, click on Slider Galleries, and more galleries. Now, if we click on slider gallery, you can see slider. This has a set of pictures with arrows, and then you have postcard slider. Now, this doesn't have arrows, so you can skip to next photos. You just have to wait for a few moments. So this is definitely an option. Then you also have slider spheres. So this shows you the pictures, but in spheres, right? And then of course you have more galleries. So we're going to choose this option, slider arrows. and you can see it's added it right there. Now, of course, this is how our site is looking like right now, and we can double click on it, and here you can see all the photos. Now, in order to personalize it, you can come over to the bottom right corner of each photo, click on delete to remove this image. I'm going to repeat this process to take them all out. And then now I'd like to add our images. Click on add images right here or at the top here. So it's taken us to where we can upload media, and you can see site files and media from Wix, Shutterstock or Unsplash. Now we're going to be bringing some photos from our local drive and uploading them right here on Wix. So we just dragged and dropped some photos, about 6 of them. So waiting for them to be uploaded. Great, so now we have 6 uploads complete and we can select them all. Click on add to gallery and you can see we now have 6 photos added simultaneously, and this is really easy. So this is better than adding them one at a time, and Wix allows you to do this at the same time. So you have the title, the description, and the link. You could decide to replace the image right here. Would like to put a title and a description to our image. So here we have title, we're going to give it cloud, and then purple sky. We have this one right here. We can give it a title and a description and do this for each and every one of them. Of course, this is important if you'd like to add some real content to your website. So we're on our way to add our slider. So we have these photos or images right here. Click on done. And after a moment, you can see our picture is showing. Now this is our slider, but the background is pretty bland. So we can do something about it. So we're going to click away from the slider and click on the quick edit option. And it just helps you to see how your website is looking. So we can click on layout right here. So there are different layouts to our photos, and you can see the current layout as the picture in the center and white just beside it. And it's looking like we need a change. So you have choose new layout. You can see this is bigger, and we're going to scroll down to see others. Oh, this is nice. So this gives you the main photo, and by the left and by the right, you can see what's coming up. We like this, we're going to select it. And now it's looking better. We have our main photo, what's previous and what's about to come, or depending on what side you'd like to slide into. So we have it right here, and we're going to say have a preview, right? Because as we're making a design, it is important to have a preview of our site. Awesome, so we can click on this and see the photo, then the next one. Then we're going to click on the X right here to close it. And when you click on the next photo that is faded, it takes you to the next one. And so you can repeat the process. So this doesn't actually have arrows because we changed the layout. This now has the option where you get to click on the photo that is not in focus, and it's going to bring the photo into focus. Looks great. So this is our site as we're having a preview of it. Now we want to see how it looks like on a mobile view. So click on mobile at the top left corner right here, and you can see how it looks like. You might have noticed that it has also its interval, so it stays active without pressing on the next photo, and that's really nice. We're going to click on back to editor, then switch it back to desktop. And so what would you do if you wanted to add more photos or remove photos just to have an update on your site? Double click on any area right here, and you can see it's taken you to where you can make some edits to your gallery. You can add more photos or delete any you don't want to have. There is a settings icon right here, and when you click on it, it says add new images. So when new images are added, it is going to determine if you want to add it to the start of the gallery, to the end of the gallery, or after the selected image. So currently we have the first one selected, and when you select this after selected image, it's going to become number 2. So let's try that out. So we're going to click on add images, and we'll be dragging and dropping a photo right here. After adding the photo from our local drive, selecting it, click on add to gallery. You can see it's now number 2, and this is because of this setting we had. Then you have and add item with current titles, right? You can see add with current titles or without titles. Now with current titles, when we click on this photo, you can see the current title, GG, and this is something you can of course edit as you want. You just change it to port and add a description. Great, so we're going to click on done, and you can see it's appeared just right after the first image. Click in preview once again, and so we have this now added to our slideshow. It's looking great. And this is really how you can go ahead and make a slideshow in your Wix website. We hope we made this easy for you to follow so you can go ahead and add a nice slideshow to your awesome website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.